Okay.
Okay.
Setting up the trick. On this side, make sure that all the labels are facing towards the audience.
Yes.
There are the three right there. You cover those up. This one, on the last bottle, you're going to take the handkerchief, wrap it around. I go around twice. And tie it. Then you take these two, line that up, cover the first glass, take the handkerchief, put it in here. These are right here, line up the labels, get your tube. I bring these right back about like this, and that's how it's set on the table.
Okay, so should I turn this off and come around?
No, just come right around over here, and we'll do the routine so you can see from the back.
Here we go.
Okay, a little trick with a bottle and a glass and 2 empty cylinders. I take the handkerchief out and I usually put this in my pocket, right up here. For now, I'll leave it there. Bottle and a glass, 2 empty cylinders. We start off by covering the glass with cylinder number 1. We cover the bottle with cylinder number 2. We have an extra bottle. We always have an extra bottle in case this one were to break. We'll start over. Cover the glass, cover the bottle. If I snap my fingers, they change places. So now the glass is over here, the bottle over here. Yep. And if I snap one more time, they go right back to where we started. Ta-da! Okay. If I wanted to, I could make them change places magically and visually. So now, if you look up here, Jimmy, just for the workings, I'm taking my middle fingers and they're in the tube, in the bottles. So when I spin this around, and I press against the tube so that the bottles don't rotate. The labels all stay. As I go like this, and I say, too fast. If I wanted to, I can make them change places magically and visually. And then I do that, and I go visually, and then I say no. Then I say no. I'm just kidding. Let me start over. Remember, the glass is over here. The bottle is over here. And again, every time you take this off, you want to put your middle finger right in the bottle.
Right, to hold it tight.
Good. So now that some people realize they really did change, and some people will clap, then I'll say for the rest of you, I'll do this 3 more times. So I go on top once. And I drop all 3 bottles over here, and I steal all these. And I go once, I steal all these 3, and I do just the opposite twice. And on the 3rd time, I leave these 3 here, and I'm taking just the outer one of here. 1, 2, 3 times. And so now there's 2 bottles here, and there's 1 here. And I steal it by putting my hand on the outside of the bottle, not on the inside, because otherwise you'd be taking all 3. Now, I thought it would be a better trick if I used just one of the 2 cylinders. So if I wanted to, I could use just this one. I put my middle finger in the bottle, cover the glass, snap my fingers, the bottle jumps over there, the glass jumps over here, and the whole thing works as long as you sneak an extra bottle. And I'm taking just the outside, and I put it right up here. Now, if you wanted to, you could use this one, but then you'd have to sneak an extra bottle in there before you started. And I put that one right here. Then I could use this one, because this is the big one. Then I could use this one to cover the glass, to snap my fingers. The bottle jumps over there, the glass jumps over here, and the whole thing works as long as you have an extra bottle. This is another big one. And I put it right there. Then I show the tube empty like this, and I say, now if you want, I could do the trick diagonally. And I go over this. I pick up the glass at the same time, and I'm going to steal 2. Come over here and look in here. I'm going to steal just the 2 outer bottles, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick my finger in there, right there, and take those 2, and I'm leaving the last one. I say, now if I wanted to, I could do this trick diagonally. Here's the glass, and diagonal to the glass is the bottle. Okay, and I've got 2 of them here. I put that over the glass, snap my fingers, the bottle jumps over there, the glass jumps over here, and the whole thing works as long as you have an extra bottle. These 2 bottles are exactly the same size. Then I say, this time I'm going to mark some of you are catching on, so I'm going to mark the glass so you'd catch me if I were cheating. So I place the handkerchief in the glass. And I said, now remember, you have to have an extra bottle. This is the small one. It's the same size as this, so I put it right next to that one. This is the different size, so I do this kind of quickly as I cover this up, and if I snap my fingers and I steal these two away and move this one away with the handkerchief, and I go, whoa, well, that was good. You know, because they don't know what to think.
Yeah.
So you tell them, that was good. And then they clap. Then you hold on to the bottle as you whip the handkerchief off, otherwise you could fall apart. And then I take the handkerchief and I put it back in the glass. And I say sometimes if I go too fast, that's what happens. I'll slow it down just a little bit. Cover the bottle, cover the glass, snap. The handkerchief comes back over here. And here now there's two bottles. So I'm taking just the outside one. And I take my 3 fingers and I just cradle the outside of this bottle like this. As I pull that up.
Right.
I leave that one down. And they show that they actually have changed places, and now this is important. See, at this point, it gets a little confusing to go on. I take these 2 bottles and I move them back here. Push this one forward because this is a smaller one in here. This is a bigger one in here. I move these 2 bottles over just a little bit, and I move this back. So now it's in line with the big bottles. These are the middle bottles, and the small bottles are up at the top.
Up front.
So then at this point, I can reveal. At this point, it gets a little confusing to go on, but you too would be confused if you ended up with all these bottles and had no idea where they were coming from. And then I do the applause, and then I count the bottles, and I go, oh, forget it. And that's the end of the trick. But you can see the way they're positioned here.
Yeah.
Where
I think I really like the fact that
small
you're paying
bottles,
attention to the small and the
This is the
large.
medium ones,
Right.
and these are the large, and they're in the back.
Yeah.
So the placement on the table is really important.
Right. So you're into